all y'all do the same shit. Whether if you was some homeless shit trying to dig cigarettes out of a trash can or you living in the White House.
She's going to have issues for the rest of her life.
Emotionally daunting and hurtful when I just keep hitting a wall, you know.
The whole reason why I really didn't, like, you know, pursue it because he was a good guy.
You gotta know when to say when, bitch. Our coochie cutter days are over. Forever 21 was a lie. Sit down. Stop playing with yourself.
Women have it hard, okay? Women have it hard. You have no idea what women go through every day, okay?
Let them genuinely talk. You'll see real fast, like, oh my God, this bitch is dumb as hell.
I've slept with over 200 men.
200 men?
I know you're fed up, ladies, but keep your head up.
The reason why these men keep threatening you about being single and dying alone and you're a cat lady is because you being single is the greatest threat, especially to this modern day man. Don't fall for his nonsense talking about you gonna be a cat lady. Say thank you.
Men are inside of women's down their guys are literally into a girl's.
We'll return after these messages.
She wouldn't have to resort to online dating. If her personality was just so great and she was amazing.
She might not have told you this, but my daughters do not respect men. So I'm letting you know that now, and I'm not joking when I tell you that, brother. And they have mouths when it comes to them getting into disagreements and engagements with men. And they will verbally put some lashings on you, brother, because they don't respect men. I'm just giving it to you forefront, brother, so you know what you're going in.
I am so sick of men. I am so sick of y'all's ass.
The majority of these men are either, all, as far as I'm concerned, all of these men are either cheaters, will physically, emotionally, mentally hit you. They will disrespect you. They are on the DL, bisexual, gay, whatever.
Okay, first of all, I didn't miss the red flags. I looked at them and thought, damn, that's sexy. And that's my problem.
They don't know how to make plans. They don't know how to be good communicators. They don't know what they want. And they act like children.
Lots of things wrong when it comes to women. I'm not a devil, and by no means am I a monster.
Oh Lord, I know. If she says something intelligent, I'll give her credit for it. But I'm willing. There's gonna be some dumbass shit. I can't keep this moment. But I can't tell how.
You can fuck with me if you wanted to. I had nothing but this can't tell me nothing.
Hey, this is my problem. Nobody solve it. You can keep hating, I'm popping regardless.
Real conceited since first grade. I been that bitch. You got a girl, but it's cool. I ain't gonna tell her shit.
You know niggas love bitches me. You know niggas love bitches with money. You know niggas love bitches with money.
You ain't never fuck with no boss, bitch. I turned you out. When a real one hold you down, I'm supposed to drink.
Stone sets, I got my own baguettes.
Jealousy, let it go. Results could be tragic.
I push the beat, not the backseat girl. I push the beat, not the backseat girl.
What up, Architect? What up, X? Everybody hit the like button if you want me to stay on 2 hours. I'm looking to meet a $10 live stream goal. Cash App, PayPal. Pin to the top of the chat. Also in the description. Or you could do Super Chat, Super Sticker. That's the dollar symbol on the right of the chat box. What up, Architect? What up? Let's get into it. Let's get into this ridiculous nonsense.
Is to date.
I'm TJ and this is Life Lessons. Good morning. Now, Okay, the video I posted a couple of days ago with the two females in the Uber. Several of you posted a picture of someone and kept referencing this person, Kevin Samuels. Do you recognize anybody in this picture? That's Kevin Samuels. Next to me. No, we did not date. I just cropped out the other friends. It was a group picture I just cropped out. But the reason why I pointed out this picture.
What?
I have known, well, I knew Kevin.
That's a young Kevin Samuels? That's crazy. That is crazy.
For over 30 years. And it's interesting because when he went viral in 2020, talking to the young woman, the average at best, that just took over the internet, people lost focus. The woman herself said that she was average when he asked her how she rates herself average. So when he recounted that, that's when it fluctuated. But the point I want to make is, going back to the original clip here, is Kevin was saying the same things in the 80s, because this is in 80s, 90s. When Shahrazad Ali came to the University of Oklahoma talking about her book and the male-female dynamic in the Black community, I was among those women that were revolting because I'm like, how dare you say that we just supposed to do this, that, and the other, and we're not supposed to get our education, we're not supposed to do this. I was probably, when Kevin would make his references about certain women that he knew back in college, I was probably one of them. Because I had a mouth and still, but I choose joy.
Okay, now. Okay. She says she chooses joy now. She said, I had a mouth back then and still do, and then stopped herself and say she chooses joy. I don't go for these facades. It's an act. But look, I'll give her credit. I'll give women credit who at least have somewhat the decency to at least put on an act of human decency. Even if it's not truly who they are deep down inside. I'll give credit for that. But there's something I want to touch on in this video. Kevin Samuels sticking out his tongue. I'm not saying he was fruity, because honestly at this point it doesn't even matter, but it's kind of funny. The picture that he take looks a little, shout out to him, he the GOAT. I don't really have a GOAT, but shout out to him. He's on the Mount Rushmore of the manosphere. I'm probably not ever going to be on there. Hopefully I'm on the Mount Rushmore in you guys' heart who are listening to me right now. So yeah, much respect to Kevin Samuels. He brought all these talking points to the mainstream in a major way. But that picture is funny. Anyway, let's get back into it. Yeah, I'm not making any allegations about KS. All this is allegedly.
Because I had a mouth and still, but I choose joy. So when he said that men are not, they don't care.
Is that a wedding ring on her finger? Oh my God, who's surprised? Is that? Who is surprised?
About how much our education is and how much we make. You couldn't have convinced me of that back in the 90s and 2000s. You understand me? But he was absolutely right. And as a matter of fact, when he had his show, I called in to his show, and he and I were talking, and I told him that I got married, and the things that he was saying back in school was absolutely right. I'm still me, but I don't have to compete with my man. And what's funny about it is, me and Mr. Randolph have been together for 8 years now. To this day, he never knew how much money I made.
All right, Mr. Randolph. Mr. Randolph. She's admitted to having a mouth. She was revolting in college against the patriarchy. And they've been together for 8 years. How old do y'all think this woman is? Is 60 a line too far? I don't think it is. I don't think it is a line too far. Let's just say she's 60. They've been married since she was 52. All right? I'm somewhere in the right ballpark. So she finally snapped out of it in her 50s. But I ain't gonna go too in just yet. I'm not gonna go in just yet. You settled, Mr. What is it? Mr. Cunningham, Mr. Randolph. You settled, bro. So they have the epiphany to act right for the good guy at 52. It's never at 22, 25, 27, even 32. They finally see the light in their 50s at half a century. And he can finally claim his good woman, quote unquote, in his 50s. Seem like a fair deal? So, hey, all the good men out there, just wait till your 50s. Wait till all the ratchet, rebellious, disrespectful black women snap out of it in their 50s. What a hell of a deal, right? Right, black men? After she done already built careers, probably pushed out other men's kids and some more shit. You finally get to claim your prize, good black man. After she didn't survive cancer and some more shit, you finally get to claim your prize.
What's funny about it is me and Mr. Randolph have been together for 8 years now. To this day, he never knew how much money I made. Never cared. When we put it together, it's ours. He never cared. But guess what? He makes things happen up in her. And the truth of the matter, technically, I always made more than he did. He never cared. And he knew that.
Yep. And he happy to be a real man up in that house. He doing all the things he would have probably did when she was 20, 21, 22, 23. He'll do that for the gray version of her, who wear her muumuu and robe all the time. He'll build stuff, fix stuff, pay all the bills and some more shit. For the grandma version of her. He never stood a chance at the young hot thing version of her. But he stepped up to be a real man for the grandma version of her.
You're so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
As soon as something doesn't smell right, man, cut that shit off. And see, guys like that, like that situation, like I said, that's watching guys go through that. My instinct usually is just to laugh at them. But now, if I became like friends with them beforehand, I didn't know they was like that. Like I feel my testosterone drop hanging around the motherfucker, and I really don't want to be around him no more. Like. Because it starts fucking with it starts fucking with me on an internal level. Like, well, maybe I should deal with a dumb bitch. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, my internal level, I start to sympathize with the pussy shit. Like, maybe I should put up with a retarded hoe. Maybe that is what's supposed to be. No, it's not supposed to be that, man. If something don't smell right with a bitch, bounce on her. Just take your ball and go the fuck home.
And he knew that. He didn't know exactly how much I made, but he knew I made more. But again, that had nothing to do with what he was doing to be the man of this house, the king of this.
And this is something that I've said.
Do you, seriously, folks, seriously, do you really feel that he's the man of that house? He's the king of his throne? Does this seem like a soft, sweet, demure woman? Even with the energy she coming in this video. You don't think he ever sees this energy? You would be a damn fool to believe that. A damn fool. See, they can always get married. It don't matter how old they get, ugly they get, fat they get. And I'm not saying she's ugly. I'm just saying in general. And I don't got nothing against this sister. She seems accomplished. She probably got degrees, was in the military and some more shit. Salute to her for that. I'm talking about from the male perspective. what we gotta settle for.
Nothing to do with what he was doing to be the man of this house, the king of this.
And this is something that I've said. The insecurity when it comes to how much money a man makes, that comes from women. The overwhelming majority of men have zero problem dating a woman who out-earns them. As long as that man has his own shit and he has everything he needs going and he's, able to take care of himself, he's never going to be looking at you for your money. So even if you make more than him, it's like, cool.
No, I'm looking for your money, especially if you make more than me. Yeah. Go ahead and deposit that in Big Daddy account. Yeah, I see some new lucrative crypto opportunities. Yeah, go ahead and deposit that money in Big Daddy's account.
Able to take care of himself, he's never going to be looking at you for your money. So even if you make more than him, it's like, cool. You know what I'm saying? That's actually a benefit to us. We can combine our money, we can live a better life. But unfortunately, there are a lot of women who, when they live a certain life, they want a man to be able to do the same thing. So for example, if a woman's making $1 million, but you're making 100K, she might travel first class every single time. And you might do it once every other trip. If you can't do it every single time, she's going to feel away. And that is the problem.
This castle to make things happen up in here. And my job is to make a house a home with my...
Ma'am, oh my gosh. Make a house a home. At 50. So at 50, because think about it. They've been together 8 years. Let's just say she's 60. At 52, my house is good. You got your own home. You made your house a home. I made my house a home the way I like it. See, I would love to hear the semantics there, or the details. Did he move in with her? Did she move in with him? Did they both sell their homes and buy a new home at 52? You see how everything is awkward when women get older. That shit is awkward. So, okay, we're going to sell our houses and get our own house, and you're going to make my house a home. 30 years too late, you're going to make my house a home. After we not going to have kids and all that, and I didn't get your youth and fertility and naivete, well, now you're going to come in at 52 and make my house a home that I didn't already paid off and lived 30 years in without you. 30 years of experiences without you. Shit don't even sound right.
To make things happen up in here. And my job is to make a house a home with my baby's home, to make him comfortable that he never wants to leave. To make sure he's full and empty, if you know what I mean.
I know, but he can get a 27-year-old to do that. And he don't got to deal with none of the baggage, trauma, walking on eggshells, none of that. She's younger, tighter, and ride better. She don't got bad knees. And he don't got to fix shit for her, nothing. You give her a couple dollars, couple hundred. A few hundred a month. And she cool. He don't got to worry about her talking about him. Well, because the grandmas and the 23-year-olds on the same bullshit on TikTok talking about bro. So he might still have to deal with that with the 27-year-old. Her TikToking about him, which is a damn shame. The 60-year-old and the 27-year-old doing the same goofy shit.
never wants to leave to make sure he's full and empty, if you know what I mean. And by his own admission, that's exactly what I do. But you couldn't have convinced me of that then. You couldn't have convinced, because it's so funny, and Mr. Randolph and I talked about it. I reached out to him on the online website, on the dating website. And one of the things that he said, even though he put me in his favorites, he didn't reach out to me, and I asked him why. And he said he thought I was beautiful, but when he read, hear me now, all my litany of accomplishments, I'm this, I'm that, I have this education, I'm this, that, and the other. He said he didn't think a woman with all these accomplishments would be interested in a truck driver.
Let's be honest. Let's be honest. I'm glad you had some growth. I'm glad. And I hope you guys are genuinely happy together. And I hope you are at least fake soft and nice to him. But he would have been right about that. For, almost 30 years of your dating experience. He, like, when you was 20, he would have been right about that. When you were 25, he would have been right about that. When you were 30, he would have been right about that. At 35, he would have been right about that. 40, 45, you get the point.
This, that, and the other. He said he didn't think a woman with all these accomplishments would be interested in a truck driver. As opposed to saying, well, I enjoy this. I love taking long walks. I like watching television. I love to this. I was focusing on the things that many women look for in men. So I was overcomplicating it. And the truth of the matter is I thought, that that's saying that when we say the man doesn't care about those accomplishments, that the man don't want you to have them. That's not it. I cannot tell you the number of times that I've overheard my husband, touting and talking about the things that I've done when people see the military flag or the pictures when they come in. It's, oh yeah, my wife was this, that, and the other. And oh yeah, she's proud of me.
Of course.
Military woman. And you don't think she'd be on no drill sergeant shit with him from time to time? At least from time to time. I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong, for bro's sake.
It's, oh yeah, my wife was this, that, and the other. And oh yeah, she's proud of me.
Of course. What else do you think is gonna happen? And this is how I know people, like these discussions online, people have never actually been in a committed relationship. When your girlfriend does something, yeah, man, you're gonna be proud. You're gonna be bragging to your boys. Yeah, my girlfriend did this, she did this. When men say they don't care, it's that they don't care about extracting from it. It's not that we don't care about your accomplishments and then you achieve something and we're like, nah.
Proud. I kind of chuckle sometimes when I'm hearing them talk to other people. But I was leading with those things. And when it comes down to the breaking it down like a fraction, what makes me a good wife has nothing to do with those things. I don't talk over my husband. I don't embarrass. I'm just not acting a fool. But that's where you come maturity, and being able to accept constructive redirection. So because me and Kevin argue all the time. You hear me all the time. He was like a little brother to us. Like, get away, little boy, pesky little boy. But he was right. Now let me tell you something. I don't agree with everything, his approach on a lot of the stuff. I don't, and I told him so. Especially when women would come in being respectful, and then he would take it. I didn't like that, and I let him know that. But that was against the showmanship part. But the crux of his arguments, and many times, was absolutely right, because those women, those females who were in that Uber would be the same type of woman calling up in there. And then when he would wear him down to a low gravy, then all of us other women want to jump on the bandwagon and go against him. So, rest in peace to my longtime friend. We hadn't spoken, as far as been in the same circles as God for several years before he passed. But I still considered him a friend.
This was a great video.
What up, you know? Yeah, let's move on. Oh, they ain't gonna let me react to that. Let me see what else we got. This should be interesting.
What's your name? What's your question?
My name is Diana's Joy, and my question is, how do you tell your perfectly good man that you love that he no longer compliments your elevation without breaking his heart?
Okay, you
Look at sis on the right's face, everybody. let's go back and listen to or not even just listen to it. Let's see her again. Your perfectly good husband, because she said he was a good dude from what I gathered, but he's not complimenting her elevation. She thinks she can go out there and get better and do better, and she's wrong. She's clearly in her 40s, probably pushing 50. She's already sucking another cock. Let's get that established right damn now. That's already, because that's what motivated the jump. She met somebody else that she fucking, and he feeding her sweet nothings in her ear, making her believe that, oh yeah, if you leave your husband, we gonna get married one day. Oh my gosh.
Is this camera on me?
Yes, it's on.
That's stupid. Use your common sense.
Not to mention, like No just said, the whole reason she was probably even able to elevate was because contributions he was giving. But let me throw this out here too. How much you want to bet he married her after she was 30, and she probably got kids and some more shit? Never marry a bitch you met after 30, in my humble opinion. I bet they weren't high school sweethearts. This shit happened a lot more often when you marry old bitches, because they never really liked you to begin with. He was just somebody to check off the marriage list or to help her get through college. She probably never liked this motherfucker to begin with.
What's your name? What's your question?
My name is Diana's Joy, and my question is, how do you tell your perfectly good man that you love that he no longer compliments your elevation without breaking his heart?
Okay, you use a. Was that a $5? What he don't compliment your what?
My elevation.
Ooh.
So what is that? Wait, okay. What does that mean first? I want her definition.
You want her to say?
Yeah. What does that mean?
I want you to tell me, what does that look like? Him complimenting your elevation.
That looks like him being my biggest cheerleader with whatever I strive to do.
You sound like a man. He's not supposed to be your cheerleader. You're supposed to be his cheerleader and his helpmeet. He's not supposed to be your helpmeet. But see, I mean, on one hand, this is masculine shit. I mean, it really is just masculine shit. Everything you do is supposed to be damn near in honor of that man and the family and legacy you possibly have built with that man. There is no you in this marriage. It's us. We are one now. And honestly, it's his program. So whatever he not okay with, or if he ain't fully backing you on something, then you shouldn't fucking do it. Because you're supposed to be on your husband's program. But once again, I think this is deeper than what she's talking about. She clearly don't respect him. And like I said, I don't know how they got together, but she may have never respected him. It's not a man's job to be a bitch's cheerleader. Think about that. How did that even sound? Ma'am, you don't got nothing coming on the dating market. That's what somebody need to tell her. So whatever reason you think about leaving your husband, just forget about it. Be prepared. Because here's the crazy part. Let's just say what she's saying is real. She's not going to give us the details that make her sound like a piece of shit. They're never going to do that. Let's just take her at face value. So now you about to leave your husband to go get nutted on by niggas who don't give a fuck about you, your dreams, your kids. None of that. They about to blow their load and get the fuck out of Dodge. You're about to get exactly what you deserve for breaking up a marriage for unjustified reasons. A load to the face, well, many loads to the face, and many kicks, and many kicks to the ass. After those loads explode. That's what you're about to get on the dating market after you leave this man. Because let's be real. Well, as I just said earlier, she's already fucking his replacement. But that's not going to last. So let's just put that to the side. Okay. I forgot what I was about to say. You know, it don't even matter. Let's continue. I'm sure it'll come back to me. Oh, this is what I was going to say. This is what I was going to say. Women don't leave relationships in most cases to go be single for the rest of their life. If most of these women genuinely believed that they were going to be single for the rest of their life if they left this relationship or marriage, they wouldn't leave it. They're leaving to level up. But as we know, there's no level up for a 50-year-old Shaquanda who still wear 1980, nameplate earrings, door knocker nameplate earrings, and a messy fucking weave bun to an event. This woman don't got nothing on the dating market coming other than that random nigga she fucking now who don't care about her. This is sick and sad.
She knows she's getting older. She doesn't want to admit it. She doesn't want to. She doesn't want to. She doesn't want to talk about it as fact. She'll just keep playing age number games. And if men date 25-year-olds and they're pedophiles now and all, she'll do all that. But this woman knows when she's sitting alone in her bedroom crying herself with a glass of wine and tissues, eating buffalo burgers and coffee cakes. She is sitting down crying her eyeballs out because she's done. Her age alone is going to fuck her up.
All right, let me read some of the comments real quick. 10 years ago, this happened to me. Cleaner credit, paid off loans, and after 16 years, she bounced. Yeah. Damn, 16 years is diabolical. She did you a favor, my nigga. I mean, my brother. She did you a favor. Because I don't know how old you are, but trust me, it just gets worse. If she would have stayed, she would have just made your life a living hell. Because they're miserable people. Whatever guy she with now, if she would have got, she's making him fucking miserable. RB, why do B-dubs believe black men like us should prove our worth to them? Because they see us as beneath them. That's why. Because they don't really like us. So it's like, prove to me that it's worth my time to just put up with a motherfucker I don't like. What else you bringing to the table? Because clearly I'm not gonna like you. That's why. But I want to touch on something real quick before we get back into this video. I always talk about how like most women aren't worth it and stuff, but I want to point out some of these women actually aren't bad people. They're just nuts. I mean, women are just mentally ill and nuts, and they're just walking balls of misery. But they're not all bad people. But there's still an argument to make. Even the ones who I would even deem good people, it's still not worth it to spend 50 years under a house with her, under the same roof with her. They're nuts. They're emotional. They never think they're wrong about anything. They struggle to take accountability. They're just burdensome and just taxing on the soul, even the good ones. But I just want to reiterate, they're all not bad people. That's not the problem. That they're just such bad people. They're just not worth living with. Even the good ones, most of them.
Like him being my biggest cheerleader with whatever I strive to do.
Okay.
He doesn't
Okay.
Oh, I thought you meant.
Okay, so yeah, it's a little thing.
He thinks I do too much.
What do you mean he thinks you do too much?
So I'm into everything. I feel like if God gave me gifts, I'm supposed to use them.
Okay.
So whatever I get into, I'm going to get into. So he feels like, oh, just sit down. You do too much. Why you doing too much? So I said, you're not complimenting my elevation. There's things I need to do. There's things I need to accomplish.
Well, I mean, because you're worrying about hurting his feelings, if you're just vocal about that discretion that you have, you can't worry. I'm saying this in the nicest way, okay? You can't necessarily always worry about coddling somebody's emotions when you are expressing something that either you disagree with, you're expressing an internal conflict, or you're expressing something that you don't like. If you don't like it, if you feel like I need more appreciation, I need more acknowledgement, I need more celebration, that is an emotional need that you're going to have to express. Now, people will have objections. People will get frustrated. They will get defensive. They may even get dismissive as well. It doesn't necessarily mean, because sometimes when we look at communication problems, people just can't communicate in the ways that they need to.
I mean, look, I'm willing to bet a lot that if he's saying she's doing too much, she's doing too much. She's everywhere like bird shit. Ain't nothing coming together. She's the so-called jack of all, or Jane of all trades, and the master of none, wasting all his retirement money on her new endeavors. I don't know what she thinks she got coming on the dating market. That's the funny part. This isn't about what she's saying it's about. She don't like him. She don't respect him. And she just want to be out in the streets. If she's doing too much, she probably is. She's probably already cheating. I'm sure of it. And she just want to be free of his authority, opinions, and everything. So she can go back and be the piece of shit that she's probably always been. He probably married her at like 35 or something. She ready to get back to the streets. You don't got shit to do with her business acumen and exploring all her creative gifts and all. It don't got shit to do with that. It got everything to do with that other dick she's sucking right now. And just wanting to be free from male authority and righteousness. And common sense. So she can be free to go destroy her life and the life of others. That's what feminism and female empowerment was all about from the jump.
It doesn't necessarily mean, because sometimes when we look at communication problems, people just can't communicate in the ways that they need to. Sometimes for us, because we look so much for emotional fulfillment and we look so much for our emotional needs to be met, we take away the fact that not everyone can communicate it in the way that we want them to. So you have to give, I'm saying this to extend some grace, and I'm saying this from a healthy standpoint, and I'm saying this from a clinical standpoint as well. If you want that, be assertive, open up about that. But please understand that he may not even see celebration the same way that you do. He may not see complimenting the same way that you do. he may be looking out for you as well. There are some people who look, and if they see this person is constantly on overdrive, they're going from one thing to the next without completing it. It may be a way of him saying, hey, babe, slow down for a minute. You just did this one thing without completing this. Let's take some time, let's step back. I think that's appropriate for you to have somebody who does give you that opposite perspective. But back to the point, speak up for yourself. Open up, don't worry about people's emotions all the time, because that's the reason why people don't vocalize what it is that they need to in these relationships.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Has this man, is it in his character? Cause how long you been talking to this man?
We've been together 11 years.
Okay, 11 years. Is complimenting you, recognizing you are people, part of his character, the person that you know?
No.
And that becomes my, and I'm gonna let you, that becomes my core issue with these conversations. I'm not saying that you can't decide that, hey, this no longer serves me, but what I...
It's not about it serving you. I mean, 11 years, she might be in her 40s. So yeah, I wouldn't be shocked if he started talking to her when she was already in her 30s, already damaged goods, irreversibly damaged. Motherfuckers trying to play cleanup man and fix her upper. She already out of pocket if she's everywhere like bird shit. This business idea, that business idea. I'm about to start a fucking lemonade stand and all that. She's already out of pocket. I can already tell that she's just a stereotypical masculine, you know, competing with her man type woman. Probably on social media way too fucking much. Well, the fact that she's even here let me know she on social media way too fucking much. Because they started off they're on social media. That's how people know about this panel. So she's a fucking joke. Go ahead and throw your life away. Yeah, do him a favor. I hope she leave him. Do that man a fucking favor and get the fuck out of his life. That's how I look at it.
Look, and just give me space here. This man has never shown that this was a skill of his, right? Yeah. And so now it's like, this was enough for you to be with him for 11 years. This was enough for you guys. And what was the first thing that you said in that card? Can you read it again?
My perfectly good man that I love.
So I'm just no. Hear me out. No, okay. I know you about to do all that.
No.
I just want you to harp on that before I go to the other panelists.
Okay.
So let me ask you this, because it's clear that. One more question. Do you want to be with him as he presently is right now? Okay, there it is. All right, so look, so what do you do in this situation where you feel like you've outgrown a person? So like, doctor, what would your best advice be for someone that's feeling that they've outgrown someone?
Tell the truth. Just keep it simple.
Look, just don't ever be in a relationships aren't for you. Go start your 20,000 businesses and good luck. Just do you, have flings. A relationship isn't for you because there's no such thing. You're not a committed woman. You're not a loyal woman. If you can outgrow a person, then relationships aren't for you. If he's a perfectly good husband that you love, but you outgrew him and you're ready to leave it because you outgrew him, you're going to outgrow every man you ever get with for the rest of your life. So if you leave this man, just know this could possibly, very well possibly be your last relationship of consequence. So if you cool with that, leave him. If you're not, don't. It's that simple.
For someone that's feeling that they've outgrown someone?
Tell the truth. Just keep it simple. You don't have to do a whole lot, but I really want to encourage you that don't make your evolution or growth or healing his responsibility. You know, you've outgrown each other. I have this really nice pair of red boots. I love them. But they have like a 5-inch heel and I'm old. I can't put them things on no more. But they're still great.
They're still, so comparing a human to heels. Comparing a grown-ass man in an 11-year relationship to a pair of heels that she can't wear no more because she old. These women are pieces of shit, bro. But it's cool. Please get away from them. I'm begging you, get away from them.
A lot of these women, like once they hit over 30, man, like they really cannot truly and fully devotedly love you. So a lot of women they'll get stuck in this endless phase of, I'll chase this guy But if he ever chases me back, I don't want him at all. Like that childish. Like they end up like dogs chasing cars. When a dog chases a car, what is a dog really gonna do with a car if the car actually stops and let the dog actually gets it? The dog's gonna sniff it for a while, pee on it, and then walk off. That's just how a lot of these women are.
Let's get the donations up if you appreciate the content. Cash App, PayPal, pinned to the top of the chat, as well as in the description. Or you could do Super Chat, Super Sticker. That's the dollar symbol on the right of the chat box. This is sickening. I don't know if I want to. Let me see what bro gotta say.
Period. Keep it simple.
Clap it up. Trill?
Yeah. I mean, I think like it's impossible to be in love with somebody that's in competition with you. And I think, that's not spoken of enough. There's a lot of people that are in relationships, long-term relationships, marriages, with people who are in competition with you. Because, like, as a man, in that perspective, your elevation is an indictment or a threat to his leadership. You understand what I'm saying? Like, when you elevate, now I feel like I'm not as qualified to lead you because you are superior to me, whether it be money or whether it be position or title or respect or whatever it is. You see what I'm saying? So from your perspective, and a lot of women in that situation will feel like, okay, maybe I should just like humble myself down, make him more comfortable in order to make this relationship work. But that's like trying to fill up a cup that got a hole in the bottom of it. You understand what I'm saying? You're never gonna be able to make him feel like the man that he thinks he is, or that you want him to be in your head. So we gotta accept the fact that, hey, this person, regardless of how much I love him.
They're not gonna address the real. Is there another man? That's the real. She's just looking for validation to leave him, but it's really another guy. Flat out.
I'm just done. I'm done with the apps. I'm done with being humiliated. I'm done with being ghosted. Just done with the whole thing, really. It's impossible to meet people in person.
Yeah, I don't know about that, buddy. He just looked depressed. I don't think he's a bad looking guy. He just looked completely defeated. But let's hear him out. This doesn't look good at all. Hang in there, bro. Don't delete yourself. And well, don't load up and go to a public place and delete others. Throw that in there.
The whole thing, really. It's impossible to meet people in person. So I'm just quitting dating. I'm just over it. I'm going to try and stay open to if I do meet somebody down the road. But, like, the thing to keep in mind, and everybody tells me, like, I'm not going out enough, is if you look at the statistics, you know that less than 1% of relationships are from people just randomly meeting on the street. It's not really how it works. Most people...
Let me relationships aren't what he think they are. See, guys like this think, well, he still believes in the fairy tale. I can tell by how he's talking. I mean, I'm not mad at him. I get it. We're human. We want companionship. He's probably a loner, don't got many friends. I think he's a good looking dude. I mean, I don't think I would say he has a symmetrical face. I don't know. I mean, no homo. He got the little NSYNC poof flip up, the little Backstreet flip up. I don't think he's a bad looking dude. Got the baby blue eyes or whatever you call them. Pause. Okay, but anyway, let me get back to the point. He still believes in the fairy tale that he's gonna meet a girl. She's gonna be pretty and fit, and he's gonna fall in love, and she's gonna be the sun in his life. She's gonna light up his life and make it all worth it. That's not who women are, bro. I get it. You believe that fairy tale, but that's not how it would actually go. It's not. See, he just doesn't get it. But there's nothing I would be able to say to him to convince him. He would have to see for himself. He would have to be in a couple of, multi-year relationships living with a woman to see the reality of what that really is. Even in the best case scenarios where the relationship is on the better end of relationships, that it's nothing like a fairy tale. And it's not going to fulfill him in the way that he thinks it's going to fulfill him by just getting this girlfriend.
People meet through the street. It's not really how it works. Most people either meet through dating apps or through friends and family or through work. So I work in construction, not dating a bunch of guys, and done with the dating apps.
Yeah, I didn't peg him as a construction worker. I don't know why. I pegged him as an IT guy, right? Work from home. Okay, too stereotypical. Let's move on.
A bunch of guys, and done with the dating apps. I don't really have friends, so that's kind of out of the picture. So then you're just left with no other options, really. Like the apps are designed to keep you on there, to keep you on the apps. They're not designed to have you meet anybody. So it kind of defeats the point. So if you've noted,
Well, look, I'm going to fill him in on a little secret. Okay. Well, first, let me say this. I'm curious. I'm curious if he would date a chubby 5. That's always my question to these ICEL types. Because if you wouldn't date a chubby 5, I don't want to hear it. You ain't that lonely then. I just don't want to fucking hear it. But let me say this. Dating apps are the fucking garbage can of women. I don't know how old he is. I would say about 30. By the time a woman has to go on a dating app and she's not a chubby 5, see, if she's a chubby 5, you could be like, oh, she's a chubby 5. She felt a chubby 5 who fell through the cracks. She might actually be a decent chick. And that's true. If she's just not that attractive or overweight or something, you can find a fat diamond in the rough, right? Or an ugly diamond in the rough that actually will be a good companion. But other than that, if a bitch is a 6 or above or 5 and fit and above, man, a dating app is the garbage can for women. She had the easiest thing to sell on fucking earth, pussy. And she had to go online to try to find a mate. Huge red flag. Huge. Now, guys is different. Women aren't even attracted to 80 to 90% of guys, so we got to just go wherever we can go to try to catch something. Women, even fat, ugly women got suitors, trying to holler at them on a regular basis since high school. Why the fuck did you have to come on here? That's how you got to look at it. So, even if he did meet a woman on a dating app, it would have been appropriate for him to have this type of energy towards her.
Why the fuck can't she keep a fucking man? The easiest thing on earth to sell is pussy. You would have a harder time finding drinkable water in Walmart than selling pussy. If this bitch can't sell her damn pussy, that, trust me, dude, that is a much bigger problem than you think it is. Woo!
At that point, hey, like I said, either she's an easy town bicycle or keep her the fuck away from me. Because she's proved what she is over the last 15, 20 years.
So it kind of defeats the point. So if you've noted, one thing I've noticed, because I've had a couple times now where I'll delete the app and then I'll go back on it and then I'll get in a cycle of doing that for a while, is I've noticed that when you sign up to the app, you get a ton of matches and everything seems to be working. You have matches and you have conversations. And then a couple days go by and it starts really going down. And then it gets to the point to where you barely get any matches anymore. And any of the matches you do get aren't conversations or don't turn into conversations. And I can't help but think that the app is somehow like showing you to people for a bit, and then they just make it so you're not shown to anybody.
Okay, let's break this app shit down real quick. And I've used apps before. I've had some success on apps. I would consider myself slightly above average looking, slightly above maybe average height. So I had some success on there. I can be a little socially awkward. See, I feel like when dating apps first came out, they were for the socially awkward, certain niche people who are super busy, could never really go out and meet new people. It was for super niche people. But I wanna break something down. For guys like this, well, let me say this first. I'm not knocking guys like this because, like I said, I've used dating apps and this and that. But even when I used them, I was being a fucking coward. Dating apps are for fucking cowards, as far as men from the male perspective. And when I used them, I was being a fucking coward. Instead of going out there and meeting people, I didn't want to go out there and try to meet people or try to go out to places and learn social skills. I was being a fucking coward. I'll admit it. And here's the thing. Well, first, let me tell you what dating apps are for. Dating apps are for guys who are 8, 9s, or 10s to run through tramps, and therefore, 80% of women to get ran through by Chad or Tyrone, or use guys like you as an ego boost. That's what dating apps are essentially for. Those are the people dating apps are for. All right. Well, and you know who else they're for? Who they work for? Chubby fives and ugly bitches who have realistic standards. They're the magic potion for fat bitches and ugly bitches who really just want to find a halfway decent average Joe mate. Oh, it's magic. So those are the demographics that it works for. And I guess you could say it works for guys who are 6s and 7s who are willing to date chubby fives. But here's the crazy part. Let's say you're a 6 or 7 or even an 8 guy willing to date a chubby 5. The chubby 5's got an inbox full because they're literally the 80%er guys are fighting for the chubby 5s. So it's even going to be a struggle to snatch up a chubby 5. Hurry up and get yours before, while supplies last. Get your chubby 5 while supplies last. But like, hold on. Let me read the comments real quick. Shout out to the great. But look, look, on some man shit, like if we really want to talk about man shit, like, and women look at it like this, or maybe they did before. They probably still do. Chad and Tyrone, they'll message Chad and Tyrone first. So she's not looking at Chad as lesser than, right? But when the bottom 90% of guys, message her, this is what women are thinking. Look at this fucking loser. He has to meet people. Even though she's on there, she'll never see herself as a loser. She's thinking, look at this fucking loser. He's clearly not a Chad or Tyrone. And he had to come online to get a fucking girlfriend. Fucking dork. Fucking dweeb. Are you a fucking coward? Where's your balls? Go out there and go talk to women in real life. You fucking bitch ass punk. That's how a lot of women look at it. That's why they leave you on red. Grow a fucking pair, build up some confidence, and go meet some women in real life. And as harsh as that sounds, and once again, this would have applied to me when I was swiping on dating apps. If somebody would have said that to me, I would have been like, damn, that's kind of harsh, but it would have been true. Grow a fucking pair, go build a personality and some social skills, and go meet bitches. That's one perspective, but I have compassion for the brother. I'm just saying, I'm just giving him the harsh reality. Now the question is it worth it to grow a pair and go develop social skills and go try to meet these bitches? Well, not really. That's the I mean, but okay, even though it's not really worth it, if you want a girlfriend that bad, my brother, look, nothing in life worth having is it's usually that fucking easy to get. So if you really want a girlfriend, my brother, even though the overwhelming majority of them aren't going to be worth it, and you're going to have to take a lot of fucking rejections. And I don't know if your mental health could take it, because you seem like you're already on the edge. It's going to be a lot of fucking rejections before you get your yeses. And even then, them bitches might not work out within 3 weeks or, 3 months in or 3 years in. And that's really going to be soul crushing. You know? Let's keep it going.
Showing you to people for a bit.
Oh, and he don't got no money either. Yeah. He's just doing construction. I don't get that he's a foreman or nothing. I mean, I don't know. He could be. But I don't, he's probably not making any type of money. He's probably making 30, 40K a year. And that's not helping his case either. That damn sure ain't helping his case. He definitely got stuff to work on. See, if you don't got your confidence up, and I can tell you don't, brother, it ain't no point in trying to get a girlfriend. Because even if you get a bitch by accident, you ain't gonna keep her. Because your confidence is in the shitter. So you got a lot of stuff to work on, my G, before you even think about a woman. Get your money right, confidence right, social skills up, and some more shit.
And then they just make it so you're not shown to anybody. So then you end up not getting any matches. And then they want you to pay. And then so that you pay and then you're visible again. And I've tried that once. And then you get to see all the people that liked your profile. But, as you'd probably guess, the vast majority of people that like your profile aren't people you'd want to date anyways. And they're...
Bingo. Yeah, get over... I don't feel for these type of dudes. Take your chubby five or fuck off. Or step your life up and grow a pair and go fight to go get you a cute bitch you would want to date. Which is the worst. Cute bitches are the worst bitches to date. Like, I'm not saying a bitch who's like kind of sort of cute, but like a woman who's clearly like, oh man, I'm into her. Like, that type of level of cute. Those are the worst women you could date. At best, you go, oh, she kind of, when you look from the side and turn your head to the side, she kind of cute. That would be your best bet. Trying to get a bitch who's clearly like visibly attractive. Those are the worst women on the planet to try to build a life and relationship with. So let's hear what he just said one more time, and I called it. I fucking called it. See, men are delusional too. These average Joes, these awkward ourselves, think they're gonna get some fucking Zendaya. Stop it, man. I mean, I'm not saying it's impossible. I mean, well, for one, I'm saying the shit ain't even work. They're not all they're cracked up to be in the first place. But but I'm not saying it's impossible. But you ain't gonna be able to sit in your little apartment and type online behind a fucking screen like a coward and get a Zendaya. Get the fuck out of here with that delusional shit. I'm almost as mad with him with the delusion as these bitches with the delusion. Come on, bro. People got life fucked up, man. You got like you take your damn chubby 5, or I don't want to hear you complaining on the internet no more. Let's hear that one more time.
See all the people that liked your profile, but you know, as you'd probably guess, the vast majority of people that like your profile aren't people you'd want to date anyways, and they're most likely the people that you've already been shown, so there's no point in that. And then you're shown to maybe a couple more people. So it doesn't even make sense to be on the apps anymore. And then not to mention, it's just like a total humiliation ritual now on apps. Like you're either meeting up with girls that don't look like their picture and you're just getting catfished, or you're having the same conversation over and over and over again, and it is so draining for me to do that.
Well, this motherfucker getting action on dating apps and still complaining. It sounds like he's getting matches. And bitches just aren't as cute as they were on their pictures, or he's tired of having the same conversation. Oh, get the fuck. Come on, bro. It's dudes who don't get any matches, or one a year or something. It sounds like he's getting bites in action, but oh, she wasn't quite fit enough or quite cute enough, or she wasn't stimulating enough intellectually. Man, this come on, man. That's who women are. I don't see. He really just doesn't get it. You see, the more he talks, all you gotta do is let people talk. It ain't just women. All you gotta do is let people talk long enough, and they'll expose themselves. You don't qualify for what you got in your head, bro. This really attractive chick with big tits, and she's intellectually stimulating, and she's gonna like you for you. She's not gonna care that you just do construction work, bro. You living in la la land, just like these delusional bitches.
Over and over and over again, and it is so draining for me to do that. It is extremely hard for me to constantly think of these like new funny quips to message a girl, and to constantly be looking at their bio and all their pictures, trying to think like, what's the coolest, funniest thing I can say that is going to make them want to respond. It's insane. It's like psychological warfare at this point just to be on dating. And I don't want anything to do with that, because I should be able to just be like, hey, that's an attractive girl. I think that she looks nice. And just judging by the small bio that she has, there's nothing that really is striking me as something I'm not interested in. I should be able to say like, hey, how's it going? Like,
No, you shouldn't. No, you shouldn't. That's I'm just a regular average Joe that do construction. I should just be able to walk up to a pretty girl and say, "Hey, how you doing?" and she like me and drop all her options. It's never worked like that since the caveman days. Who the fuck? Yeah, I guess this is male entitlement here. That ain't how that shit work. It never worked like that. You got to compete. You think you just get a pretty girl because you said hi? I think you're attractive and I said hi. You should just pick me. What?
Is this camera on me?
Yes, it's on.
That's stupid. Use your common sense. You're so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
What kind of shit is that?
Right.
You just saying anything now, ho.
Shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up. For niggas fire out you, nigga. Shut the fuck up.
This is just some nigga talking shit. This is just some nigga talking shit. And everybody's caught up in all that shit.
Today, being retarded means leading a full life. Retarded people go to work or school, just like their neighbors, and come back to a real home. A supervised home, right in the neighborhood, where they belong. Being retarded never stopped anyone from being a good neighbor.
So, okay, so look, I'm gonna make it simple for him. Okay. Okay, matter of fact, let's talk about this. Okay, how accurate do you guys think dating results are on dating apps far as what you qualify for as a man? It's probably not that accurate. So, like, I was gonna say, whatever your results are on dating apps, then that's what you qualify for. But that's not completely accurate. It's not completely accurate. Okay, let's put it like this. If you don't got the balls to go out there and meet a bitch in real life, then yeah, all you qualify for is fat bitches and bitches who can't keep up a conversation. So either deal with it or change the things about yourself to qualify for something better or stay single. Those are his three options. Those are his three options. Let's hear a couple more minutes of this and then we'll move on.
How you doing? And then they respond back like, good, thank you. How are you? And then from there you can have a little conversation instead of having to think of this like crazy thing to message them that's, you know, better than every other guy so that they see it and then want to respond to that. That's just nuts to me. And there's too many options for people. I think that's really ruined it, is that men and women have too many options. So you're constantly nitpicking like the smallest thing in somebody and then moving on to
Oh, no, I'd be curious how many options he have. It already sounds like he got more options than the average Joe. Like I said, he seems like a halfway decent looking dude. So he probably gets swiped on still more than the bottom 80, but not nearly as much as, you know, the top 5. But no, he doesn't get it. He thinks men and women are being too picky on dating app. Well, maybe there's some truth to it. Cuz he's acting like he's too fucking picky. But he's still probably a top 20 percenter. Trust me, the bottom 80 percenters aren't too picky. Or maybe they are. Maybe I'm off base on that.
the next person. But people don't realize that that person, that could have been the person you're supposed to be with. You could have just went past your husband or wife. And then you're expecting that you're going to constantly find new people that fit. And it could have been over the smallest little thing. Like they had one picture on there and you didn't like the way that their nose looked on a certain angle. So it's just so superficial, and we're all expected to. We're expected.
Bro, get the fuck over it. Get over it. The world, it ain't just dating apps that's superficial, my nigga. It's the world. Adapt or drown. I mean, yeah, the world's superficial. So get your superficial stats up and go compete, or stop bitching, or take a fat bitch, or ugly bitch. Because you're being superficial and shallow too, asshole. Because I'm willing to bet there were probably some decent looking chicks that swiped on him and was interested, and they probably wasn't bad looking. They probably weren't even like fat. They might have been just a little, a little bit overweight. And he like, nah, I'm not really interested. Well, yeah, motherfucker, because you're being shallow and superficial, just like the world. Yeah, so I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear your complaints about superficiality.
Superficial, and we're all expected to. We're expected to have lifelong, meaningful connections, but we're supposed to start them superficially. So I don't know how that like really makes sense anymore. And I'm done being ghosted. I'm done with establishing a rapport with somebody, getting to know them, like talking for a couple days. Maybe you guys even talk on the phone. And then suddenly one day, and this happens so many times, one day you go to message them to continue on the conversation, blank.
Yes, my brother. I'm sure the women who are ghosting him are, sevens, 6, 7s, 8s, possibly. They have a ton of fucking options. So if you're fucking boring, they're gonna move on to the next guy. Yes. So it sounds like he's doing way better on dating apps than most guys, in my opinion. He's getting bites from probably 7s and 8s. They just ghosting his ass because you don't make the cut. So he's struggling to accept what his dating market value is. He's trying to rationalize. My dating market value should be this. I'm a white man. I got blue eyes. I'm not that bad looking. You don't get to set your sexual dating market value, brother. So if you're getting to the point where you're interacting with the women you are attracted to, but keep getting ghosted, that's the market telling you what your worth is. Because it's not like he's not even interacting with them. So he can rationalize, well, maybe they would have liked me if they would have just gave me a chance. No, you can't even wiggle your way out of accountability that way. You're actually getting bites from them. And then the shit you saying and doing, it just ain't making the cut.
Or, even worse, you go onto the app and they've just deleted you and that you're not even on there anymore. And they've blocked your phone number if you guys are texting. So then what's the point? People don't even have enough respect to continue a conversation with you. So you're supposed to be continually disrespected, but stay positive and continue on. And then what? Just eventually one day you're gonna find somebody? How are you not supposed to be dragged down in life and to eventually?
Well, yeah, the first off, look, this energy, this definitely ain't gonna get you no bitch. I wouldn't want to even be your friend. I mean, I'd be your friend, but, well, nobody wants to be around his energy. I'll just say that. If I did invite you out for drinks as a buddy, pause, don't come with this fucking energy. Well, I'm low energy too. Let me not talk. I'm low energy too. I don't think I'm this bad. I would like to think I'm not this bad. Because this is just a depressing aura. Yeah, I'll be your friend here, Lando. I'll be your friend.
Chucked to the curb immediately. Makes no sense. And I'm going to be speaking from a guy's perspective, but we don't get to date within the same bracket anymore. Like, it kind of goes back to the point of people have too many choices. But people just aren't dating within their class anymore. If you have a woman that is, say, like middle ground looks, a 5, and a guy that is a 5, theoretically, those people, if they have things in common and they like each other, they would then date. That's pretty historically how it's been. Up until, like, really just the last 10, 15 years. But now it's not the case, because a guy is still looking for a 5, and he's fine dating a 5, but the woman that is a 5 now thinks that she deserves a 10.
Well, no. He's a little off, man. Women date up, men date down. If you're a 5, you're probably gonna get a 3. Because women date up. They want to date up. Okay. I mean, I don't know how serious you are to Orlando. I mean, but I don't think I'm ever gonna meet anybody in real life, but maybe we'll just happen to run into each other, and I'll notice your sense of humor. Be like, "Oh, is that you, T. Orlando? It's me, RB." um, yeah. Men have to date down. So if you're a 5 guy, just get over it. If you're a 5 guy in 2026, you're not getting a fucking 5, bro. Period. You're not getting a 5. I mean, it's possible, but I wouldn't bank on it. You better start looking in the 3s. Or a chick who's a 5 in the face, but she's overweight, so that makes her a 3.
And we're now in this culture where nobody's willing to settle. And I don't think people should have to settle.
Including you. Here we go with this settle shit. Here we go with this fucking settle shit. Everybody will settle for what they qualify for or what they can outcompete for. There is no choice. Oh, people shouldn't have to settle. Everybody settles, my white brethren. Brother. Everybody settles. Jay-Z settled on Beyonce. She got some flaws we don't know shit about. That he thought about probably leaving her over. I mean, we all got 5 or 6 flaws about us that somebody could justifiably leave us for. So everybody settles. Yeah, sub 5 face with a above 5 body. Yeah, I think a lot of guys probably would agree. Well, I'm curious, T. Orlando. Have you ever met any one of your favorite streamers in person? I don't think I would. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I don't think I would. Even from like the perspective of a streamer that I listen to go meet him in person. Nah. I'm trying to think, is there anybody that I would have want to I'm trying to think. AD, would I want to meet AD? Well, fun fact, AD meets people. AD, I think he's somewhere in Europe, Prague. He's actually met people from the channel and took them to brothels and some more shit. I would possibly meet AD. Yeah, I would meet AD. He a funny motherfucker, man. Yeah, me and AD, man, that would be dope. A collab, me and AD collab. That'd be dope. That'd be probably the only dude in the space that I would actually want to collab with. Pause. No homo. Oh, that shit would be brutal. RBAD roasting. Yeah. I'm not familiar with John Campea, but let me pull him up. I think we've had enough of this, brother. John Campea. I wonder, is this him?
Hey guys, John here. Now you guys might remember, I'm still out here in San Diego for our final day of Comic-Con, but you guys might remember that back at CinemaCon, we got to see an early screening of the new DreamWorks animation film, Forgotten Island. Now,
shout out to John Campea. What up, Lauren? What up, Lauren? What up, Lauren? All right, what are we gonna go over next? Y'all want to let's go over her some more. But I'm gonna get something to eat. Let me play something else while I go get something to eat. But first, let's look at this ignorant ass shit.
It's popping with it.
How old are you, man?
I'm 900, man. It's popping with it.
900?
That's how old my soul is, dog. It's not my first time here, and I definitely ain't coming back. You feel me? You gotta live it up to your fucking fullest. If not, you're gonna have to come back. Hopefully, you don't come back like a fucking cockroach, straight up.
Where you from, brother?
I'm from California, man. I'm from the west side. I just pulled up to Miami. We're finna take over this whole It's King Rockin' 900. What the fuck going on? The real Scarface, not the fake one, nigga. You know what the going on?
My brother.
What's up? What's up? Talk to me.
How many times have you been to prison?
Never. I got a psychology degree. I'm an entrepreneur. I teach people how to elevate and how to break out the fucking program because all these niggas are living a 9 to 5, scared to be who the fuck they want to be. You feel me? So be yourself and elevate. It's all about your fucking connection. So make sure you connecting to the right people. Like these motherfuckers connected. This motherfucker gonna make me go viral and shit, but I'm already viral, so I'm gonna make him go viral. So as much as live as you can affect in a positive way, that's what it's all about. Fuck the materialism shit, nigga. I got double R's, Bentleys. It's about how many lives you can affect in a positive way as opposed to a negative way.
This is the most ignorant. I mean, okay. I like some of the shit he's saying, but this is sensory overload. Is he saying nigga? See, I don't know what I would do with this dude. I would just try to keep my calm. Cause this is the type of dude you're like, this shit can go left, bro. And this seemed like the type of dude you just gonna have to put down. It ain't just gonna be like a quick fade or something. Like you really gonna have to like put this dude down. So I probably would just leave expeditiously, honestly.
Go viral and shit, but I'm already viral, so I'm gonna make him go viral. So as much as live as you can affect in a positive way, that's what it's all about. Fuck the materialism shit, nigga. I got double R's, Bentleys. It's about how many lives you can affect in a positive way as opposed to a negative way. This motherfucker wanna tell me how many times I've been to prison. He judging me off the way I fucking look.
Uh-oh. 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 Oh, whoa, whoa. See, why did you even interview this nigga? See, yeah, this motherfucker would make me nervous. And it's not like a fear thing. It's more just like your nervous system is just like heightened. Like, am I gonna have to like delete this motherfucker? Like, I would be uncomfortable. I'm not gonna lie to you. I would be on edge like a motherfucker around this type of motherfucker. I would be seriously considering like. See, here's the thing about me. I'm not scared to take a ass whooping. Like if we squared up and I got beat up, all right, I can live with that. But you just thinking like, I mean, it don't look like he got a piece on him. I mean, I'm looking in his. I mean, I can't look in his pockets, but I don't know what's in his back pocket. I would feel more comfortable fighting him if I knew he didn't have nothing on him. But see, here's the thing though. Yeah, he's highly unpredictable. No, what the fuck this motherfucker gonna do? You gotta protect your space, your energy, the people you around, the environments you go in, the bars you go to. Uh, yeah, let's just continue. See, let me say this before we press play. It's not too much longer on this video. Just trying to diffuse situations like this. It's not worth it. Just swallow your pride and just be like, "Oh, all right, man. I ain't mean to disrespect you. I ain't mean it like that." Well, actually it was kind of a slick comment, but because I mean it was like kind of a judgmental, slick comment. Like, how many times have you been to jail? That's some funny shit to say to somebody. I'll admit, bro in the black shirt was kind of on some fuck shit for even asking that. It was kind of disrespectful and presumptuous. I'll give California that. But yeah, the dude in the black shirt could just be like, I know, I was just being funny, man. I ain't mean no disrespect, but I was just talking shit. It's cool, man. I don't want to get turned up with you. It's cool. I ain't mean nothing by it, bro. Oh, let me say this too. Let me say this. This has been on my spirit. Well, not like I've been thinking about it for the past, couple days straight, but See, in the black community, in other communities too, not just the black community, but let's just talk about the black community. You're made to believe that you pussy and soft because you don't want to get in arguments and fights all the time with niggas. So if you try to, diffuse situations or walk away from certain oh, you pussy. No, these motherfuckers are retarded. Retarded degenerates. I don't measure my manhood or if I'm pussy or not based on the standards of degenerate retards, and you shouldn't either. All right, I got that off my chest. Let's continue.
Go viral and shit, but I'm already viral, so I'm gonna make him go viral. So as much as live as you can affect in a positive way, that's what it's all about. Fuck the materialism shit, nigga. I got double R's, Bentleys. It's about how many lives you can affect in a positive way as opposed to a negative way. This motherfucker wanna tell me how many times I've been to prison. He judging me off the way I fucking look. Motherfucker, you don't know me, nigga.
Have you ever been to prison?
I've never been to fucking prison. Homie.
Never.
Straight up, never. I've been to jail here and there for knocking motherfuckers out that wanna get crazy with me, you feel me? Straight up, but disrespect me, I get disrespectful, you feel me? I approach everybody with respect, nigga, but you come after me the wrong way, I'm gonna have to put you in your fucking place, homie, because I'm a fucking boss. And that's what I teach everybody. Be your fucking old man, be your fucking boss. Be a motherfucking savage, a real gangster, tatted from head to toe, living the life you want. Jack, rich, roots.
Yeah, I don't know. Look, he got some good stuff in there, but I'm trying to level with him. Look at Desirable Truth face, everybody. Oh my gosh. Okay, so T. Orlando said he would have took off on him for saying nigga. Now, I mean, hey, T. Orlando's a grown man, 6'4" or something, 6'5". I wouldn't advise swinging. Look, that nigga shit, somebody saying nigga, that ain't shit, man. That shit don't phase me, and I don't think you should let it phase you, folks. It's just a word like, okay, you said nigga, whoop-de-doo. Like, that shit don't, you're not gonna get me out of character. You're not about to get me to swing on you and get into a fight, which could go left, or I could just, it's not worth it. Me swinging on you, it doesn't do anything. It's not gonna benefit me. It's not gonna make you stop saying it in the future. It literally serves no purpose.
Please. Not no fucking soft ass needle dick arms and shit. That's that fake gangster shit. We ain't fucking with that. You feel me?
How old are you, man?
Wait, was he talking about bro? Let's see what the comments section say. Titties and shit. Was he saying Desirable Truth got titties and shit? All right, look, let's read some comments. He motivated me to stay in school and expand my vocabulary. That's dope. I mean, it's a joke, but could also be real too. He motivated me to remain sober for the rest of my life. I guess he kind of sort of went viral. There is always a Key and Peele sketch you never watched. I'm motivated to be anything but this dude. Damn, you got to live it up to your fullest. If Tyson and 6ix9ine fused. What up, Sheila? What up, Sheila? What up, Sheila? Question, Lauren. A chick said that if she could come see me tonight, she can show me why God wants us together. Should I see her? Well, she probably just gonna pray for you or something, T. Orlando. I don't think you're gonna get your balls licked. I think she's just gonna say the Lord's Prayer with you. Like, that was crazy what we just watched. Anyway, I'll be right back. That was crazy.
And who are being deactivated because they're being conditioned also.
How do we help them?
Yeah.
How do we help the guys that want to be pointed in the right direction, but they don't know where to go? Besides your Instagram page and your books. We got that. And we are going to put a link at the end of the show to purchase DeAndre's books. Okay? And then the pre-order of the next one.
A lot of our brothers know what to do, but like our sisters have been hurt by some of the exchanges that they've had when they've chosen to show up. So sometimes sisters are literally, remember I talked about how you can activate or deactivate a man based on what you say to him.
Yes.
When a man consistently shows up and he's called a creep or he's been, listen, you can look on social media and hear stories about women who tell tales about a guy who shows up for a date with flowers, holding open doors, speaking in a very specific manner. And this woman talking about how it gave her the ick because the dude was corny or too nice. You can listen, it's on people's algorithms, as you say.
So let me say this.
Yep.
Let me say this to that.
Mm-hmm.
Because I hear that complaint a lot.
Let me tell you something. I can't believe how many times I've heard that stupidity.
And I agree with you that
it is stupidity.
I agree with you. I feel like it's stupidity as well. So at that point, men need to exercise the same discernment that they tell us to exercise. There is a bunch of bum-ass chicks out there. There is a bunch of females out there that ain't worth a real man's time. There is a lot of them out there.
Females.
Yes, absolutely. If a man showed up to a date with flowers and opened the door for me, that's not ick.
I trust, listen.
That's not ick.
But here's what, this, look.
And if he has a certain tone to his voice,
But you know,
I'm like, okay.
But you know where we are in society right now? A dude's whole life can change like that.
What do you mean? In what way? Like winning the lottery?
If that guy shows up and this woman says he did this and he did that, his whole life can change based on an accusation. Some dudes are so deactivated right now because they are so concerned about those kinds of exchanges. I'll never forget. I mean, you can't find, I've been in this industry for
forever. Yeah, like 40 years maybe.
You can't find anybody in this industry. No one, no woman will ever tell you that I did anything to disparage a woman, compromise her dignity, integrity, her physical, emotional safety. None of that.
Yeah.
I had one encounter in my entire industry career where I had a fitting. And I'd always been the guy who was like, you know, you go into change. Invariably, there have always been customers who have been like, you can change, we've seen it all.
Yeah.
I've always been like, not me. I'm cool.
Yeah.
Pressed up against the clock. And I got that one,
it's fine.
And they came back and they said that I had
exposed yourself.
Not that I exposed, but you basically, I mean, I had my underwear on.
Yeah.
But it came from this directive. And I remember it distinctly because I remember having a conversation with my wife about it. And her knowing me, she's like, oh my God. But I can't imagine. And that went under the that didn't go, because what was found out was that that's exactly what happened, because the person who was the second in the room overheard the conversation and then went back and reported exactly what happened.
Okay.
So I was cleared of anything. I can't imagine something like that going to the mat. And this is the time that we are living in right now, where things are being thrown up against the wall, where guys are so concerned about having their life be devastated based on those kinds of exchanges where they're like, I don't know who I'm dealing with. I don't know whether I'm gonna get cussed out. I don't know whether I'm gonna be like, first of all, get out of my face. I don't know they don't know what kind of exchange they're getting ready to have with this woman. And so in order to avoid all of it, they just avoid those kinds of exchanges altogether with. You can't, watch this. All of the romantic exchanges, I'll give a perfect example. I'm gonna tell you a story.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna tell you the two participants.
Okay.
After I tell you the story.
Love it.
Guy and a gal meet on a set.
Mm-hmm.
They work together. Lunchtime come, guy says to gal, what are you doing for lunch? Gal says, I don't know. Guy says, you're going to lunch with me. Gal says, how you know I want to go to lunch with you? Guy says, stop it. You know you want to go to lunch with me.
Mm-hmm.
Knock it off. They go to lunch. Couple of days later, they go to lunch again. Gal brings friend with her.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's the three of them.
Mm-hmm.
Guy says to gal, as the friend goes to the bathroom, guy says to the gal, so what's your girl? Gal says, what? Yeah, your girl, she could get it.
Mm-hmm.
Gal's like, what? It's like, yeah. Guy says that to throw gal off of the scent of really wanting to be with the gal.
Okay. Interesting. Interesting tactic.
Now, does any of that sound toxic at all?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's hella toxic. It's game playing. It's
Okay. Let's move on from that.
Care to be a nine-figure earner because I don't know that I care to do that kind of work. I would rather be somewhere chilling. You know the effort that it takes to build a seven-figure business?
Yeah.
Like a lot. Would you rather a man who makes seven figures and has no time for you or unattractive?
Yes.
But that can happen at any level, not necessarily just a six-figure level, just a limited mindset, period. Like, I'm a seven-figure earner. I'd like to be an eight-figure earner. If God blesses me so, I'd like to be a nine-figure earner. And actually, if I'm being totally honest, I don't know if I care to be a nine-figure earner because I don't know that I care to do that kind of work. I would rather be somewhere chilling. You know the effort that it takes to build a seven-figure business?
Yeah.
Like a lot. Would you rather a man who makes seven figures and has no time for you or a man who makes six figures and has time for you?
Definitely time for me.
So then you don't need a seven-figure man.
Well, no, I guess not then.
All right. I'm trying to throw your girl a lifeline. Because listen, I say all the time, we have this whole like independent woman movement, men who want them or men who don't want them.
I'm not her.
Come help me.
Yeah, I'm not her.
I don't have to consistently be the level of ambitious that I am today for myself by myself. I could come in and support.
You would like seriously, you would just be better off just being alone and just jacking off the porn. Honestly, you'd be 100 times better off not dealing with any of this. Most guys would be better off just buying a hooker, but building a good relationship with maybe two or three different hookers because you don't get tired of fucking one. Get like two or three different hookers and get a dog for companionship. And most guys, that's all most men really need. They end up getting stuck in relationships later. In most cases, women are going to be nothing but a complication to your life that's just simply not fucking worth it. That woman is finished. I get it, like, she probably gives good head, you probably bust big nuts in her and shit like that. Woman's brain is only a one-way street. Very rarely can a woman, once she goes down a one-way street, can she go, oh wait, I'm doing this wrong, and turn around and fix it. Their brains are not made to maintain anything for long term. See, maintenance, the only time they become that aware is once they get super fucked up. Once they know they're ugly or they're 400 pounds or they got 8 kids by 15 different men. Once they fall into those categories, see, now it's that awareness of, now I got to maintain shit. Now I got to act like I have some sense. She knows she's getting older. She doesn't want to admit it. She doesn't want to. She doesn't want to. She doesn't want to talk about it as fact. She'll just keep playing age number games. And if men date 25-year-olds and they're pedophiles now and all, she'll do all that. But this woman knows when she's sitting alone in her bedroom, crying herself with a glass of wine and tissues, eating buffalo burgers and coffee cakes, she is sitting down crying her eyeballs out because she's done. Her age alone is going to fuck her up. She's a woman, so she has the easiest thing to sell on earth, which is pussy. But at the same time, no man wants to actually sit down with this pussy for too long. So what does that tell you? She's unbearable for one reason or another. Because again, if she's so great, then where are all these great men to come and be in a relationship? It should be no problem to get in the circles, to go out and meet people and talk. And next thing you go into meetings and art exhibits and shit like that, and meeting these well-to-do men who are great and have passports and can live. You have the easiest thing to sell on earth, which is being a woman. Again, you will have a harder time finding drinkable water in a grocery store than selling pussy anywhere. And you're gonna get way more than what it's actually worth. All right, because you're a woman. So your dating life is essentially on easy fucking mode. But at the same time, men who are better don't come fuck with you. Or if they do, they're not staying around because you're still single and you don't got anything to bring to the table. Because you kick back out to the fucking curb like the fucking street trash. Hope Instagram's fun. They just know how to phrase it to where they'll have you second guessing and questioning yourself. Like, well, I don't know if I'm good enough for her. She is pretty. If you've been a tramp for 15 years, there is nothing in your work history that says you are ready for any type of genuinely decent relationship that has anything to do with anything more than your bubble butt and taking a fucking cock up it. You see what I'm saying? But you can't tell women, especially at this age, because you know why you can't tell her this? I'm going to tell you why. Because what's going to happen is she's going to go, ooh, that AD, he don't know what he's talking about. And she'll go hop right back on some online dating or some shit and sell her jiggly butt again. She'll go up there and sell it again, thus giving her more work experience in the wrong field. But you can't tell her that because somebody always wants to shove a hard object up her fluffy cheeks. And then time goes by. It's going to keep going by. It's going to go by. And she's going to end up like her. She's going to want Derek's cock, Andrew's money, Andre's sense of humor, Sean's laugh, Fred's car, Alex's house, all in one man, and she's going to end up like that.
Yeah, that's a bar to leave on.
Where all women will default to is if they can use it, is just being, whatever is deemed sexually desirable at that time. As long as she can fulfill that, she doesn't care about anything else. A good piece of fuck meat. All women want to be that. All of them. Every single woman wants to be that. And if she says she doesn't, she's fucking lying. Because she knows she's not that. And she knows she'll probably never make it to that physical level. But every woman wants to be the best piece of fuck meat that she can be. If you spent your whole life focused on your bubble butt and you've put literally exactly 0.009 hours into actually talking to a man and getting to know a man and building a genuine relationship, where in your right mind do you think that you qualify for a genuine, decent relationship with a man for any other reason than being 99.99991% fuck meat and 0.00009% actual personality? And how far do you think that'll get you?
Man who makes 7 figures and has no time for you, or a man who makes 6 figures and has time for you?
Definitely time for me.
So then you don't need a 7-figure man.
Well, no, I guess not then.
All right. I'm trying to throw your girl a lifeline. Because listen, I say all the time, we have this whole like independent woman movement, men who want them or men who don't want them.
I'm not her.
Come help me.
Yeah, I'm not her.
I don't have to consistently be the level of ambitious that I am today for myself by myself.
Look, ma'am, I don't wish any ill on you, but there's a reason why you're single at 50. A half of a century, folks. You know, look, man, in most cases, good items don't stay on the shelf. Look, as AD just laid out so eloquently, the easiest thing to sell on earth, ERF, is pussy. If you can't sell your pussy, look, there's plenty of decent men out there looking for a woman, a halfway decent woman. These women aren't, that's a bad Paul spot. Hold on. Hold on. I know that this woman right here is 50. She got fat hanging out the side of the tank top and some more shit. But this is a attractive woman. I tap it. Look, there is no reason why this woman shouldn't have a fucking man. Okay, let's speculate why she doesn't have a man. Cause he got to be this handsome, tall boss dude, and they could do better than a 50-year-old podcaster. Okay, so what do I always tell y'all? The women on 600-pound life always got men, right? The only reason any woman has been single on the dating market for years and looking, because she refused to accept what she qualified for. So that's the reason why this woman is single. Especially if we're talking about attractive women. If attractive woman been single and looking for a man for years, it's because she refused to sit down with what she actually qualifies for. I want to pull up, is Divine Photo still watching? I want to pull up her Instagram. But you know, I ain't gonna worry about it. Let's continue. She's looking for a provider. She's looking for a man to come. She says she's a millionaire. I believe her. Fuck it. I believe her. So she's looking for a millionaire to come take a load off. Most of the load off, if we're being honest. And if I'm a 50-year-old millionaire, I'm not settling down with this. I'm just not. The truth is, women just age out of serious relationships. In most cases. Like, ma'am, you should be married already. See, let's take our time. Let's take our time. What do you have to offer a 50-year-old man with his shit together? He's keep his body in shape. He still look good. Other than just the most basic of companionship. The type of man she would want to be in a relationship with now. She wants Derek's cock, Fred's house, Johnny's sense of humor, all wrapped in one 7-figure nigga. That man has women kicking down his fucking door. That man have women in their 20s kicking down his fucking door. He's just not gonna pick you, and he hasn't picked you. And that's why you're single. Now, here's why we don't feel sorry for these women. Because, she can get a man. She can damn sure get a man. Even now, even right now. She got an inbox full right now of guys who would take her serious. And we're not talking about short, ugly guys. She got not halfway decent. She probably got good looking guys who make $70K. And they fit and they stand up dudes who would take her serious. She thinks she's too good for them. That's why I can never shed a tear. Oh, I'm single. Well, I don't want to hear it. Now, okay, let's talk about RB. What would RB do with her? She says she's a seven-figure bitch. Hey, I could do something with that. I would make her I wouldn't take this bitch serious. I don't care how many figures she make. And if she look good, I don't care. I wouldn't take her fucking serious. But let's talk about what I would give her. I give her this hard cock up her bubble butt. And, and she can fund my crypto endeavors. But okay, here's here's the benefit. And this is why it's so okay, I won't go there yet. Yeah, right on, Sheila. Right on. Yeah, she's missing out, Sheila. Sheila said her man makes 70K and he's great. Yeah, I know. Like, yeah, there's men who make 40K who are great. Yeah, plenty of great men all around. So what would RB do with her? Once again, hard cock up her bubble butt and down her throat on Wednesdays and Saturdays. She can cake me off whenever I need something funded. And look, I'll be a decent side dude to her. If she need me to do anything for her, move her refrigerator. Well, if she's a 7-figure chick, she don't need me to move her refrigerator. But see, here's what she got wrong. She's misinterpreting her value. She doesn't understand what her value is on the dating market. She think it's still high. She still thinks she's that bitch. Okay. Let me tell you why she's not though. Well, we already know why she thinks she is that bitch. She makes 7 figures. She look good. Her body ain't terrible. That's why she thinks she that bitch. But to a 50-year-old 7-figure man, he don't need your money. Don't care about your money. Don't think about your money. None of that. If anything, the fact that you have 7 figures is gonna be a negative. Because you're not even impressed with all the shit he worked up to get. So it's a negative that you make 7 figures too. Okay, you look good. I mean, you look good for your age. You can't compete with a 30-year-old. This woman's 50. You can't compete with a bitch who's 28, 25, 32. You'll just get a bitch who look good as you or better, younger. So as crazy as it would be for you to hear me say this, you're a below average woman, even looking as good as you do and making as much as you make. Based on what men want, you're a low value woman. And that's the pill that she will refuse to swallow for the rest of her life. Same thing with Kendra G. Kendra G is a low value woman. And she just don't want to accept it. But if she could accept that she's a low value woman, she would take what she qualified for. A well-to-do, well, I think I might be using well-to-do wrong, but just a good old-fashioned mechanic, you know, with a good heart. And honestly, he would be doing both of these bitches the favor. By being with her or Kendra G, he would be doing them the favor. So honestly, women like this and Kendra G should be kissing that mechanic's asshole. And on her hands and knees washing the oil off his hands. Because nobody gives a fuck about your money and accomplishments because you're a woman.
Figure man.
Well, no, I guess not then.
All right. I'm trying to throw your girl a lifeline. Because listen, I say all the time, you know, we have this whole like independent woman movement, men who want them or men who don't want them.
I'm not her.
Come help me.
Yeah, I'm not her.
I don't have to consistently be the level of ambitious that I am today for myself by myself. Mm-hmm. I could come in and support somebody, and I know that I could scale. I'm a multiplier. I can scale a 6-figure earner if that's what I need. But if I'm being honest, I don't know. Can you do a whole lot more with $1 million that you couldn't do with $750,000?
Not really. Not really.
Well, you don't even know. You've never earned it.
Yeah.
So why do you even think you require it?
So I don't necessarily think I require it, just to put things into a tangible space. Because like I said, really, it's just mindset for me. Like, I don't mind somebody that is ambitious to the point where, like, it doesn't necessarily have to be millionaire.
You see how we start talking ourselves out of this BS that we thought we needed? Like, we thought we needed this, and you think about it and you're like, I don't really need that. Yeah. What I need is an ambitious mindset. I need a man with an abundant.
No. You don't need a man even with an ambitious mindset. Ma'am, you 50. 15 more years to retirement. If you earn 7 figures, money just shouldn't even be an issue at this point. I mean, if you get into it like that, why can't you pay for some trips or just keep maintaining your lifestyle? He can add his 70K to it, which hey, it's something. I mean, he won't need you to pay for him. I'll say that. I mean, and we don't need to go on a bunch of trips. Well, because I got to work anyway. But if you need to, it shouldn't be nothing for you to just fund the whole trip. But see, women they don't want to do that. But like, it's funny because she's looking in the mirror. She's trying to so-called give the other girl some game, but she just like her essentially. So let's hold on. Talking about some. I don't need a millionaire. He could just make 750. Like I thought she was gonna say like 150 or something. This bitch still said 750. Look, let's go to this. Let's just say 50 to 60-year-old woman, which is crazy work. She's not married, or he wouldn't be married. Let's go. She don't want to go to 65. All right, black. Let's just do 5'9", not obese. She at least, if she's a 7-figure earner, she at least want him to be, let's just say 250K. Mr. 0.1 who's single at 50 to 60. He's not coming for you, baby. He's not coming for you. Let's just get back into it. Let's just get back to it. You're gonna be a fucking headache. Right? Yeah, let's just get this
mindset. But I'm not going to tell you what you need. I'm telling you what I need. I need an abundant mindset.
Yeah.
I do need a man who provides for himself.
Yeah.
Finances are important. But do I need somebody who makes quite as much as I make? I don't know. I don't think so. I've dated people who do. I've dated people who don't. And guess what? Both of them didn't work out.
Okay. That makes sense.
So who's the problem, baby? You laughing, but what does that say? Well, nothing's worked out for the past 3 decades. Let's not see these Kendra G types. They'll tell you about their last 2 relationships. Hold on, let's think about this for a second. How many relationships have Kendra G been in her 40s that we know about? She's 47 now. She's been doing the dating show for 6 years. She said she started the dating show getting out of a relationship. So that's one dude we know for sure. And I'm pretty sure there was another dude in between there. And then there was the African scammer. Kendra G, let's break this down slow, everybody. Kendra G has been in 3 failed relationships in her 40s. Let's think about how sick that truly is. Really. She's been dating likely since 15 years old. There is no reason why you should still be getting into failed relationships throughout your whole 40s. I mean, think about it. By the time you hit 30, 35, you should have worked out the kinks, went to therapy, know your love languages, your picker should be fixed. There is no reason that the guy you get with at 39 or 41 shouldn't be your forever person. So to get in to have started and failed in 3 relationships, and you ain't even 50 yet from 40 to 50, yeah. The point I was trying to make is these women want you to believe that things only been going wrong for the past relationship or 2. No, things have been going wrong since you were 15. For 35 years. We're never going to lose sight of that, ladies.
That makes sense.
Both of them didn't work out. So you have to really get down to what you need. So let's
Mm-hmm.
talk about this. In your last relationship, why did it
Mm.
end? How long have you been single?
Maybe about 2 years.
2? That's not bad. How old are you?
36.
You're 36. Do you have
Mhm.
children?
I have a daughter. She's just graduated high school. She's 17, be 18.
36 with a 17-year-old. Teenage mom, everybody. Still talking like her 17-year-old. If y'all saw, the episode from earlier this morning, she's still talking like she's 17.
In October.
Okay. So do you want more children?
I'm open.
Okay. So you are a great age. You are beautiful. You're a
Thank
whole
you.
vibe.
Thank
All right.
you.
Y'all see her? She's cute. She's really, really attractive. You
Thank
have
you.
a 17-year-old daughter. So she
You're a horrible age. You're old. You're geriatric for marriage. I'm going by the old school rules. Like, marriage was for 18 to 21-year-olds. 18 to 22 let's just say 18 and 23-year-olds. You 13 years past your expiration date. Now, I know the average age for marriage these days is like 28 and 30, but that's because the world is super fucked up. That's not how it should go. You should be getting married in your 20s. I mean, not that I'll just say it. You should be getting married in your 20s. Life's not about just fun and shit. Girls should be getting married as soon as possible. Just think about it. There's nothing you can't do married that you could do single other than be a thought and a degenerate. You can go to parties married with your husband or just even with your friends. Even though you got to watch that. You can go after careers, you can go to school and get degrees married. What can't you do married? See, that's what they can never really break down. Not be a dirty ass thought. A reckless, dirty ass thought who's not accountable for anything and responsible for anyone. Yeah, bad things. That's what you can't do married. 'Cause what's the argument of a girl not getting married at 18? That's too young, RB. Why? Why is it too young? What are some things that you want her to do instead of be married that she can't do married? Yeah, you don't want to dive in on that.
How long have you been single?
Maybe about 2 years.
2? That's not bad. How old are you?
36.
You're 36. Do you have children?
I have a daughter. She's just graduated high school. She's 17, be 18.
Let me break this down one more time. Still getting into failed relationships in your 30s. Something is seriously wrong with you at that point. Keep in mind, she's been dating since the teen. She pushed a kid out as a teen. Still failing 20 years later. Not because she's so fucking great and she's such relationship and marriage material.
I want my eggs cracked, meaning I want a child. I want my name dropped, meaning I want to be married. I'm not around with you. I am not your bed maiden. I am not your maid. I am not your floozy or your. You are going to have to give me something substantial.
No, don't be sorry. Be careful, ho, because you never know who understands your language, all right?
Be single. Stay the fuck away from men. I don't give a fuck. Totally. I have no issue with that. Just don't come crying to me, calling at you sad because you had to hug your dog because you had a panic attack. Because don't no man want you. And everybody else at the party got a spouse but you. Now you sitting up crying yourself to sleep on wine, hugging a damn cat. Now let's check back in, when that skin starts to sag a little too much and she's going to drift off to nothingness. Because then they start to realize, oh, well,
Maybe I have to start thinking for a change. I gotta have a personality. I gotta be likable when I open my fucking mouth for anything other than sucking cock. What? This is torture. This is hell.
In October.
Okay. So do you want more children?
I'm open.
Okay. So you are a great age. You are beautiful. Your
Thank
whole
you.
vibe.
Thank
All right.
you.
Y'all see her? She's cute. She's really, really attractive. You have a 17-year-old daughter, so she's out of the way. It's not, I don't want to say not a factor, but not really a factor to your availability in terms of dating life. You're open to have more children, so you can really date in whatever age bracket you want. You could go a little older, you could go a little younger. What's your preference?
So I've dated both, and I've dated older, and they seem to have a mindset of like a 20-year-old, and I've dated younger, and they seem to have it somewhere a lot more mature. So I don't really have a preference. I don't want to do below like 30. That's definitely.
You're 36?
Yeah.
So 5 or 6 year age gap for you is cool.
It's pushing it.
That's pushing it?
Maybe 33.
I
prefer older though.
You prefer, but you just said they have the mindset of a 20-year-old.
The ones I have, I don't know.
Do you know what you want?
I know I want somebody that knows, like, that's ambitious, and that's, like we just talked about, that has direction, that knows his purpose.
The only thing she's talking about is money and ambition, and so I got a perfect meme. She didn't say nothing about character, sense of humor. All she keep talking about is money, ambition, drive to get more money and status, and she ain't said nothing about nothing that got to do with character and integrity or the actual building blocks of a decent fucking relationship. Do you know why?
Once a woman hits 30, she cannot love you. Okay? And the marriage is not because she loves you. Okay? That marriage is for her to show to other people that she could fix her past, that she messed up.
By the time they hit 40, they want the whole world. But you 40, like, you ain't worth the whole world no more. You was worth that 20 years ago. By the time they hit 35, they say, you better come up with XYZ. Like, you ain't worth XYZ. And they be bad. Like, it's so sad. But I'm glad. Bars. Their lifespan is a comedy show, to be honest about it, man. It's brutal to say, but it is. And it's funny. The reason it's so funny is because when they're on top, they don't care about you at all. You can just roll. You can literally roll down the street and die in front of them, and they will walk over you when they're in their top prime. That's what makes it so hilarious in the end. Like, all of them.
I so don't mean this to bash her. I'm just talking about, like, women in general when they hit this shit in life. Like, it's the same shit every fucking time for that category of woman. Either they end up the town bicycle, or they end up the whole other extreme, and no man's ever good enough. Even if this woman finds the exact guy that she's looking for, who's better than her, who's ambitious and has goals and dreams and aspirations. Okay, he's 6 foot tall, 6-pack abs, 12-inch dick, former Olympian, former astronaut, drives a Bugatti. Let's say she finds this exact man. What will a woman do after that? She will become incredibly insecure and doubt why that great man is fucking with a 3-year-old woman who couldn't keep a man for the last 15 years. That's exactly what she's going to do. And she's going to destroy the relation. She'll find a way to destroy it because her self-esteem is so fucked up that she knows she can't keep him. That's exactly what she's going to end up back out there, single as fuck. Hey, living my best life. Boss babe. She gonna end up back on the internet. That's where she's going. And you can't help them. At this point, all you can do is hope she's either gonna be a town bicycle, and just have your turn with her and use her as a side bitch, or or hope she just shuts the fuck up and ends up with some dude that she really don't like, but she's just shutting the fuck up and at least he's housing her type of shit, and just keep her out of the fucking bit. Just keep her over there somewhere. Just go work at a call center. Just get the fuck away from society, because you ain't gonna do nothing but piss people off. All right.
Like, that's ambitious, and that's, like we just talked about, that has direction, that knows his purpose.
So our friend sitting here told you before we got started, don't read the comments.
Okay.
Don't read these comments. Because I don't know if you know what you want, but that's okay, because we're about to figure it out. Because my intent is for us to find love based on real factors, like real stuff that actually matters. At the end of the day, if a man makes my thought process on money, though, and I don't want to get it twisted. Like, I don't want to seem like a person who doesn't value stability financially. I do, right? But I've dated 7-figure, 8-figure plus earners before, and their money isn't your money. Does it really matter? I am more interested in what we can build together, right? I do find it attractive that you have your thing going on. I do find it attractive that you were disciplined enough to bring an idea into fruition. But your money is never really my money. So how much of it you have, I don't know that it matters as much as, like you said, the mindset. But I know the mindset. I've studied it. I am it, right? And so when we're thinking about it, I want to understand, and I want to understand why you feel like you need that much. Because I think the truth is, you don't really know.
So I don't think I need that much, because I'm truly a lover girl. So I really had to, and I think it's me to.
A lover girl who is a single mother out of wedlock as a teenager and who couldn't keep a man for the past 15 years. As AD so eloquently just put it. You're not a lover girl, man. They just say shit. Words have meanings. Your resume doesn't say you're a lover girl. Oh, I'm in love with love. If you were in love with love, you would pick a man, and you had plenty of options and plenty of opportunities, and stick with him for a lifetime. It's very rare that good women are single past 30. Extremely rare. Single past 30, never widowed. Extremely rare.
2, I had to mother myself, and I'm still, trying to, like you said, understand what I actually want. So with me being a lover girl, it was, if I love you, we can figure it out. But I felt like I had to say, hey, it can't just be about love. It does have to be, like, you do have to, I hate to say that.
Say it. You said a lot. I promise you this one hurt.
I feel like you have to bring more to the table. Like, it can't just be
more to a table for a 36-year-old single mother. It doesn't even make sense, everybody. It doesn't even make fucking sense.
Is this camera on me?
Yes, it's on.
That's stupid. Use your common sense.
Or, here's another idea that's going to be very controversial. You could shut the up.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Today. Thank you. Paid for my nails today. Thank you. Sent me her Venmo. I said, I don't think you're that pretty. And I said, that's girlfriend treatment. Then she said, haha, goodbye.
What's up, guys? Welcome to my reaction series. Today, we are reacting to a right-wing e-girl, Brett Cooper, acknowledging that water is wet, the sky is blue, and women are big, fat slut whores. She's kind of danced around this topic for years, and finally, now that it's hitting her in the face, she's got to be like, look, I guess we are terrible. Welcome to the team, Brett. Welcome here. Also, guys, we want to do live events in your city. So if you want to fill out the form in the description, you can put in your name, your phone number, your email, and then we'll contact you when when we are in your city. So
acts of vacation, words of confirmed flights, and definitely quality time abroad.
Quality time abroad. Yeah, got it. Yeah. So needless to say, today we are talking about how the line between...
Now, mind you, Brett Cooper, I'd like to say, is no different. None of us are any different or special. Okay. And I'm going to tell you what you're going to see from Brett Cooper.
Let's see if Brett Cooper is married. Is Brett Cooper married? Okay. Okay, she is married. So, okay, and she's a married mother. Okay, so let's just say here, even if she's a complete cunt and a horrible human being, see the fact that she's a married mother, give her a certain level of respect in society, even from me. Even if she's a complete terrible person and a cunt, there's still a certain level of baseline respect she'll get from me, just for being a married mother. If that makes sense. I might be wording that wrong, but I think y'all get what I'm trying to say.
She will not put the career away for the kid because she likes the attention from the internet more than the attention from the kids. For whatever reason, the reason I think it's because it just gives us so much leverage. It's so fun. I have a grand old time here, right? But we gotta acknowledge this stuff. On top of that, she married a guy that's worth like $2 million or $5 million, around that range, if you look it up. And she travels for work. And then remember, she was doing eyes at the famous hot men while her chud husband's like sitting in the hotel room. Even the famous hot men that have talked shit about her husband, right? So no different, not special at all. And that's okay, right? I'm not special. She's not special. We're all a bunch of big fat slut whores. And it just is what it is. So yeah. So
Pearl doesn't have a lot of nuance. I try to add some nuance to my takes. Pearl speaks in absolutes too much, in my humble opinion.
She's gonna sell. Oh no, what is this? But like, let's just keep it a buck. Yeah, the same.
Between finding love and prostitution in Miami is very, very thin. Not to mention, we also need to talk about how women simply love to hate something just because other women like to hate it and because they say it's permissible. And honestly, I think that's why we found ourselves in this dating predicament to begin with. Now, before we dive in, I want to say thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you for always jumping in the comment section and sharing your thoughts. Today, you're going to have to let me know.
Yeah, so look, it just...
I mean, yeah, like... my bitch couldn't have a YouTube channel. Really, period. Yeah, my bitch couldn't have a YouTube channel. It's just not I don't know. I just don't think it's a good idea for your woman to be all in the videos, all on the internet. I just don't think it's good for the family. Not good for her ego. It's just not good for the family program. To have your woman out in the forefront with a voice.
Oh no, we don't care about money. The exact net worth of which it used to say like 2 to 5 million. I think they took it down after I'm on these bitches' asses. However, Cooper has stated he is a very successful entrepreneur. They knew each other for 15 years before starting to date. Well, I think.
See how old she is. Let's see Brett Cooper. Let's see what's up with you. How old is Brett Cooper? She just got married in 2023. Oh, 2024. She got married in 2024. So she's actually 24. Okay. Even more respect. She married under 25. All right. Salute to her. Just off that alone, salute to her.
I don't think that's true, but all right.
know if any woman has ever.
So she's less of a fat, stupid slower than you, Pearl. She did it right, Pearl, and you didn't. So she got you beat as of now. If we're looking at this as a competition, she got you beat, Pearl.
I'm on your bitches' asses. I want to do a live debate and a meet and greet in your city. The problem is I don't have any of your contact information, nor do I know what city you guys are in. So make sure you fill out the form in the description. Just click, it's a Google form, the link's in the description, so we can contact you when we have an event in your city. Thanks, guys. If you ladies don't want me to come after your relationship, you better not put it on the internet. You better not use it to build your brand. Otherwise, I'll be on your ass. I'm here.
Slid into your DMs asking you to pay for something, as we're going to talk about today. So just let me know. But anyway, thank you for being here. Thank you for always liking and subscribing to the channel. If you want to stay up to date on everything we upload, make sure to ring that notification bell. All right, so just diving in, the reason for today's video, obviously, is a viral TikTok. So take a look at this video that blew up over the weekend.
So here's an update on how dating is going in Miami as a 37-year-old single male. I met this girl at the pool yesterday. We hung out for an hour and a half. Had a decent time, good time. And then as we were leaving, I paid for her valet. And now apparently to see her again, I have to pay for her hair extensions. Presumably I'll pay for her Uber tomorrow to the date. Obviously I'll pay for dinner, all before we go on our first date. That is a hard pass for me.
Now, that being a hard pass for me is putting it mildly compared to how I would respond if I was a man. So to some...
Now, okay, so here's what's going to happen. There's women that cash out earlier and later, right? And the goal is always to get the hottest men available. And attention from the highest status men in society is like our currency, right? And this could be through behavior. Every woman, like what we find attractive is different. So it really varies. So some women, they want the simps to essentially pay for their lifestyle where they can bang and give sex to the attractive men for free. So yeah, that's how they do it.
This up because I know that there was some music behind that TikTok and he sped up his voice. What happened here is that this man, he is sharing a text exchange that he just had with a woman. He said he met this girl at the pool. They hung out. They chatted for about an hour and a half before they both decided to leave. When they were leaving, he paid for her valet, got her number, asked her out. They're talking about going to dinner, presumably the next night. And she texts him and says, "Good morning, sexy. I'd love to schedule to get my hair extensions done so I feel extra."
Let's go back. Let's go back to where he went wrong.
With a woman, he said he met this girl at the pool. They hung out. They chatted for about an hour and a half before they both decided to leave. When they were leaving, he paid for her valet.
Yeah, I'm not paying for your fucking valet. It's not my responsibility. See, I just met this bitch. You can't afford your valet? So she already knew, she already clocked him as a bitch-ass punk for paying for the valet. He thought he was being a gentleman. The guy she fucked that night before, he didn't pay for her valet or Uber.
He got her number, asked her out. They're talking about going to dinner, presumably the next night. And she texts him and says, "Good morning, sexy. I'd love to schedule to get my hair extensions done so I feel extra sexy for our date night." And so obviously this man takes that to mean that she is wanting him to pay for her hair extensions before they even go on their first date. Now, she is not, coming out right and saying, "Hey, Venmo me $500 for hair extensions," whatever it is in this economy. But why else would she be texting him that? Like, there's no reason to bring that into the conversation unless you were trying to bait the man into sending you, zelling you, cash apping you, whatever we're doing, all of that money before he can have access to you for this date. Now, obviously, this man is going, "No, I'm not into that." And because he did not read it in the TikTok, this was his response. This is what I can decipher from behind his head. But he says, "Damn, I am not attracted to having to pay for basic stuff before we are dating or even go on a single date. That is what fat and ugly guys have to do, not my thing." Which honestly is a banger of a response. Now,
Yeah, because again, if he was hot, if she was attracted enough to him, then she wouldn't make him pay for anything.
He wouldn't even mention, listen, when a chick is attracted to you, she's not going to say anything that could potentially have you seeing her in a negative light. I'll give y'all an example of something that a chick said to me. I wasn't quite as red pill aware. I think I tried to set up something where she would come to my house and see me real quick just to hang out for a minute. She said something about I just came from the gym, I'm sweaty and stinky. No woman that likes you is ever gonna text you, I'm sweaty and stinky. Even in the context of I just came from the gym. Because that's something that would make somebody see you in kind of a negative light. Like, oh, I don't want to. She's not gonna paint the visual of her being, or the. She's not gonna paint the visual of the smell. Doesn't even make sense, but whatever. You know what I mean? Of her being stinky to a guy she's really attracted to.
But she doesn't find him attractive, so that you have a higher cost. That's why, like, women that wait for marriage with their husbands, they're not attracted to him because he's got like the ultimate price. Like, that's like the biggest, that's a big price,
I'm sure that you guys are sitting there because you are all common sense, normal individuals, and you're thinking, yeah, okay, he is right. That is insane. That is a no-go, not the kind of woman for him. Like, the audacity of this woman to come out after meeting this man only once. They've spent an hour together and asking for this. But guys, this video did not blow up on TikTok because people agreed with him and people are now, talking about the state of womanhood in 2026, the audacity of females in America. No. Of course. It blew up because women on the internet were appalled by him. They were appalled by him, and he got so trashed on this app that he deleted the video in its entirety. And just listen to some of these responses that I compiled. So one woman said he wants full access to the first class lounge on an economy class ticket. Another
No, you're not worth shit. Your pussy isn't worth shit. Your company isn't worth shit. You're not smart. You're not funny. You're not intelligent. And most women aren't good in bed. Just like most men aren't good in bed. So this thing where women are trying to sell you that they're high class and high value, you ain't worth shit. Most of them, you ain't worth shit. Once again, you ain't funny. You're not interested. You don't have a good heart. You don't have good character, and you're not good in bed. You don't know how to suck dick. You don't know how to ride dick good. So what the fuck are you talking about?
that she thought she ate with that one. 22,000 other women liked that. Another person said, pay up, pops. Another 22,000 likes on that comment. On another site that was talking about this viral exchange, a woman commented and said, this is why I stay far away from men. Because, he's mad that he has to pay for her hair. Same men that chase after high maintenance women as trophies, but hate maintaining them. Like getting a Porsche and getting mad at premium fuel and oil changes. That means you can't afford it. And I'm not even super high maintenance like that. I can buy my own weave and do my own nails and eyebrows, etc. Very much a DIY girly. But it pisses me off that men want us to be pretty, but don't want the hard work that...
Okay, but being pretty, it's hard work after a certain age, right? They want you young and pretty. Young. You don't have to do all the fake stuff when you're young because you're just pretty. Now you got to put fake stuff because you're old and you're trying to prove you still got it.
Okay, I'm out. I might come back on later because it's still kind of somewhat early. Yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed that live. And I'll see you if I come back. I'll be sensei out.